Tokyo is a 24-hour city. Tucked down every street is a whole other world of bars, restaurants and clubs that open every day to spring into life around 5 p.m. and go on until the early hours of the morning. Experiencing it for the first time without Japanese is as intimidating as it is exhilarating. And so tonight we're going on a whirlwind tour of Tokyo to discover an Izakaya pub, a stylish cocktail bar and even karaoke. And we're not doing it alone either. We're going out with Japan's foremost drinking expert himself, Natsuki.
A professional drinker.
He very much is, as we'll see. Come on, let's go.
Baby, drink.
Hey.
Sake testing expert, wow.
With over 30,000 bars in Japan's capital city alone, you're absolutely sport for choice down Tokyo's neon-lit smoky side streets. But regardless of where you end up, there are some essential unwritten rules and etiquette worth knowing. And so tonight, as we explore the trendy district of Ginza, we'll share with you 15 key tips and phrases to prepare you for your big night out in Japan. And we kick off our night in the place where all good evenings start out, an Izakaya pub. From overworked salarymen to university students escaping exams, here, friends and colleagues alike can drink under the banner of a nomikai, a drinking party. With a survey finding over half of young adults typically attend a work-related nomikai once or twice a month. Given Japan's rigid work culture and overly polite mentality, where folks tend to keep their opinions shelved away, alcohol is something of a magic potion, and izakayas are a chance for work colleagues to loosen up and share what they really think about that damn treacherous boss.
You know what's gonna happen.
Unlike the West, however, where bars and pubs are more focused on drinking, izakayas very much involve lots and lots of food. So what better place to start our night out than Ginten, a pub famous for its tempura, as well as a rather novel way to enjoy the alcohol. One thing that typically confuses first-time travellers to Japan is the moment you swoop into an izakaya, the staff will immediately greet you with a delicious unordered dish. What on earth is going on?
Okay.
In Japan, whenever you walk into a restaurant or izakaya, you always get an otoshi, right? It's kind of like, you get a table charge when you walk into a restaurant, and it's kind of made up by what you get in the otoshi. Quickly food. You get in, you're a little bit hungry, you haven't chosen what you want on the menu yet, and you want some food fast. That's the otoshi. I think a lot of people coming to Japan for the first time see their receipt at the end of the meal, and they're like, what is this table charge all about? And that is the table charge. So there's no tipping culture here, but you do get a table charge. And it's good though, because it's food.
Oh, I'd go for a cold beer right now. We're
So
doing great,
when we ordered this, we said toriaizu nama beer. Like first things first, draft beer. When you come to a restaurant in Japan or a bar as a group, you always order beer first. It's kind of like an unwritten rule. It's kind of like a special rule. Why toriaizu beer?
Quickly kanpai. Let's kanpai.
Otherwise, everyone's like, oh, what shall I have?
Cocktail, Moscow. Oh my god, that's me. I get stun locked by the menu for so long. I'm like, should I get this? Should I get that? So I look at the other tables. But isn't drinking a beer before your meal like gonna fill you up though?
Cherry Coke. Yeah. Sharp.
But it's true because they drink beer in Chainsaw Man when they go to that scene in the restaurant.
Let's combine.
Only if you chug it. Is there any other way to drink beer?
Shut up and drink
It looks so good though.
This restaurant is ridiculous because...
I'm craving their beer.
What's this?
What is this?
Not hand washing, no.
I'm washing.
It's more dangerous than that.
Is it beer?
What about shochu? This is sake in a tap.
No way.
Okawari.
You can...
Oh, nice idea.
Very dangerous.
飲み放題ね。
Yeah.
こうやって飲める。
But I love that. For 60 minutes, right? Nomi hodai, all you can drink, right? Big part of Japanese culture, nomi hodai. Very dangerous, I think, if it was in the UK. But here they have a tap. And for 60 minutes, you can get as much shochu, like Japanese sake, as you can. And then they've also got a timer up
I've
here.
never had a good beer. What do you recommend? I like Mexican beers the most. Dos Equis and the other one. And I like to put a lot of lemon in it. But otherwise, if you'd like a Japanese beer, I think ones that sold in America is Sapporo.
Here, just so things don't get too out of hand. So presumably when you start, they'll hit the timer and you've got a 60-minute countdown. And if you're really crazy like Natsuki, you can also extend it for another 30 minutes.
Like sports.
Like a sport.
Fighting.
No, not tonight, please.
Yeah, but doesn't that insensitize you to like drink as much as you can in 60 minutes and be like, all right, timer started, let's get it.
We may have our Toriaizu beer, but now it's time to order food, as well as the all-important twisty part of the tap to unleash our unlimited sake supply.
Yeah,
and how best to get
insanitize.
the staff's attention.
すいません Quick, quick.
Very quick.
Unlike Europe or America, waiting staff in Japan never come back to check on your table. It
No
sounds
way.
a bit weird, but it quickly makes sense by saving the waiting staff a lot of time. Instead, you summon the staff when you need them, and you do it by shouting "sumimasen" at the top of your lungs.
Sumimasen.
Literally, excuse me. Admittedly, the first few times it can feel a bit awkward and unnatural shouting out over a restaurant, but after a while you'll feel like an all-powerful king with delusions of grandeur, and it feels rather good.
Sumimasen.
So on the glass, it shows you the kind of amount that you can put in there, right? It's like weak, medium, or strong.
Very kind.
Yeah, this is.
More strong?
No,
More strong.
大丈夫。
すいませんマジック貸してくださいもっと
That's here.
これここ
Oh, the strongest level.
Deep.
Naruhodo. Of course. Go on then.
Yeah. いい
Yep. Alright.
Oh, stop.
Wow. And me? Let's drink in moderation for once. Stop. You son of a... There we go.
So.
Yeah. Balance has been restored. It's quite smooth. Shochu is
sake
a
with
potato
a
sake,
straw.
right? So it's got kind of a smooth, kind of sweet taste to it. It's very nice. How much is in there? What's this?
It's a lot.
Is that old short?
My style.
That's how I drink vodka.
This is a
Not
disaster.
heavy.
And it would be an absolute disaster.
Do you like warm or cold sake? I think I like the warm better, but it depends. They're both
If we were
good.
literally drinking straight shochu for an hour. But this brings us to our next tip. Mixing is the way to go. For example, in most drink menus in Japan, you'll see highballs, which are whiskey-based cocktails.
Oh.
Cola and whiskey is a cola high. Ginger and
Yum.
whiskey is a ginger high. You get the drift. In a similar way, shochu-based drinks have their own name, sours. Shochu with lemon and soda water, Natsuki's drink of choice, is lemon sour.
What is everything
It's
good?
going everywhere in my face.
Well, I
Rima
go for-
microwave her sake? I don't. I don't know. I don't know if I'm heating it the right way though. I put the bottle in a boiling pan, but then it makes it so that the sticker around the bottle like kind of just melts away. I don't think that's normal either.
The ume sour, shochu flavoured with plum. For some weird reason, nobody told me what this meant when I came to Japan, and it took me 2 years to understand what sours means. If only we'd had YouTube back in my day. And now with the drinks out of the way, it's time to order the food. And it can certainly be tricky deciphering the menu at a Japanese izakaya. Some more traditional places only have the menus plastered in the walls exclusively in Japanese. And God forbid if they're handwritten, not even Google Translate can ride to your aid. But luckily for us, Ginten does have an English menu, accessible through a QR code. So you too can order a traditional Japanese feast of 8 plates of camembert. But if you're not of the refined palate of someone who enjoys a fine camembert dinner, we also ordered salted
is
mackerel,
camembert?
fresh sashimi, and tempura assortment, with a visually stunning
Yum.
salmon roe omelette sushi. What a
Wow.
fine work of art. And of course, if unlike
That is
me, you
beautiful.
don't want to order the entire menu, you can always rely on our next tip, perhaps the most essential phrase you need at a Japanese restaurant.
おすすめは何ですか？
おすすめですか。牛串です。ソースが一応選べる。はい、かしこまりました。
So, key phrase.
Yeah, I know it's a cheese, but it doesn't look like just a regular cheese. It looks like it's made in a certain way, maybe?
おすすめは何です
ですか
か？
It
Often-
didn't look like it. It looked like a little freezy.
You know, the menu's a bit overbearing. It's massive. It's like the Bible. You want to know where the action is. You want to know what the best things are. Osusume wa is the simplest way. Osusume wa means regarding the recommendation.
Osusume
Nice
wa.
and easy. And even if you don't know Japanese, they can just point and be like, oh, this one. And obviously this place is famous for tempura. And they've brought like a platter of tempura. Look
I
at
like
that.
the box.
So
The
much.
box
Take a vegetable,
presentation is
batter
cool.
it. makes it 3 times as good. That's physics.
Having ordered a literal mountain of food, mainly for educational purposes, of course, you'll probably want to share it now with your suitably inebriated friends. But when you're sharing out those delicious cubes of fried camembert, it's important, of course, to remember your chopstick etiquette.
See, they're fried camemberts. That's why I didn't notice them. And you guys in chat are shaming me, saying that because I'm French, I should know what it is. But they look different, and I knew that they look different, okay?
A few things to remember with chopsticks, right? Don't ever like literally stab the food like this, right? Really rude to do that. Yeah. Don't do that. And more importantly, don't do this. Like, oh, you want some tempura? Yeah. Take it. Your chopsticks.
Really?
Yeah. Don't do that. Hashi watashi.
Oh no.
Hashi watashi.
Dude, I'm gonna get laughed at. I'm gonna be real honest here, but I don't hold my chopsticks properly. I've never really figured out how to do this. I have my own technique, but it's not the right technique.
Right? Don't pass food from one chopstick to another. The reason is
I won't ask for a fork because like I'm a weeb and I'm like, oh, I want to eat it with chopsticks. But I'm like, it makes it so that the food's, I don't have a good grip with my chopsticks.
Dead man style. Literally, they do that at funerals when somebody's been cremated. The family gathers around and they pull the bones out with chopsticks and pass them from one to another. So when you're doing that with your tempura, it's conjuring up some rather unpleasant images for your Japanese friends who are dying.
Like,
so yeah, please don't do that. Always pick it up with chopsticks, put it down on your friend's plate.
It's at this point in the meal, having conquered a small island nation's worth of delicious Izakaya food, that it's
that chunk of chicken with tempura is crazy. Dude, I just ate before the stream, but I'm hungry again looking at
essential
this.
to introduce our next phrase that summarises the situation rather well.
Useful phrase. When you get full in Japanese, you say onaka eppai.
Onaka opai. I don't think I'll remember that sentence. Not opai.
Onaka means stomach, ippai means full, right?
Full body jacket.
Oh, yeah, you can't show his jacket now. Shimeru.
I'm free body.
Timer. 5 minutes left.
You need more drink.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I'll last to 5 minutes.
Speed run. Oh my god.
Quick.
It's pretty strong, man. It's pure sake.
And the next shot.
Oh my god. When you finish your meal in Japan, you never say arigatou gozaimasu. It's just
No?
weird. You say gochizo sama deshita. It was
Oh, that is way too much of a long sentence. Gochizo sama deshita. Gochizo sama deshita. Thank you for the delicious meal. Oh.
a feast, right? Gochizo sama desu. And you say it to the person who's paying for the meal. Gochizo sama deshita.
これ
Thank you for paying. Yeah.
なんかこの時だけね神様みたいゴッドスタイ
Thank you for paying.
ル俺
Oh, you just say Gochizo sama.
The night is still young, and so after Natsuki very happily paid for our delicious camembert-filled supper, it's time to head somewhere a little more sophisticated for our Nijikai, literally our second party. A hidden bar tucked away down the back streets of Ginza, specialising in the most incredible fresh fruit cocktails in all of Tokyo.
We should go there.
Oshibori, check this out. So you get this at every restaurant, every bar. In winter, it's nice piping hot. You can wipe your hands, you can go on your face.
Not face oh be careful
Okay, not on your face. You're not supposed to. Everybody does anyway. And also, in summer, when it's really hot, you know, it's nice and cold. So depending on the weather and the climate, they're either hot or cold.
But we didn't come all the way to La France to wipe our faces with towels.
France.
This cocktail bar is unique in the fact that almost all of the drinks are fruit-based. You choose your fruit of choice from the blackboard, and cocktail wizard Yamamoto-san will make you an expertly crafted drink.
John, let's keep.
I'm writing it down.
I feel volcano
Volcano.
feel so volcano bloody orange
Bloody orange. Boku wa ichigo. Nice.
Oh,
Godfather
Ichigo means strawberry. I'll remember that one.
He's in a Godfather mood. And they do cigars here, right?
Marching
Yeah.
really
Uh-oh. Shouldn't have told him that.
And you can have
He's already drunk
cigars in
half
the
the shot
bar.
during Tokyo. Now he's going to smoke half the cigars.
Fuck it, I'll have a cigar too.
everybody's die
Whoa. Look at that. It smells.
It looks like a bloody Caesar.
It smells like a strawberry farm. Cheers. Oh my god.
Beautiful island.
Oh, such a good balance of fruit and I think cognac. You put cognac in it. It's so refreshing. And when you come to a bar in Japan,
It
you
looks
get
beautiful.
otsumami snacks like this, right?
So, otsumami.
In the UK, of course, with
Otsumami.
like crisps, pulp scratchings, things like that.
Do they come for free, the bar snacks? No shot.
They've got a slightly more healthy alternative in Japan. They've got rice crackers. But like any good pub, they're nice and salty and kind of designed to get you drinking more.
Yeah.
And while complimentary fried rice crackers may be a reason to celebrate, it seems like Natsuki has his eyes on something a little bit more upmarket, shall we say.
カストロ。
How?
ちょっとフラットな感じがいいんじゃない？
ない。すごい可愛い。地球にこんな宝物あったんだ。
Oh, I feel.
Wow, you can smoke inside?
ほら、シェゲバ。こんな感じでしょ。シェゲバ。My life is singer time. シガーはね、ジャズみたいなもんだよ。ジャズはシガーだよ。
Yeah, I think Parrot should smoke one. I'm gonna make Parrot smoke one. I don't know if I'll be able to smoke a full cigar, but at least I want to try a few puffs just for the experience. It's probably really strong.
Oh dear, it seems Natsuki thinks he's trapped inside a 1950s cigar commercial. It's time we brought him back down to earth with some delicious fresh fruit cocktails.
Wow, look at that mint!
Oh my god. Yamata-san
Yeah, I can do my crocodile cosplay with my cigar.
is a magician. I just had a mouthful of each and every one. This is like a screwdriver, kiwi, mojito, and
Oh, the kiwi one looks amazing. Which one would you guys pick out of all these drinks?
banana milk. And each one is a meticulous balance of flavours.
Banana
It's
milk.
just
Fruit magical tour.
yeah, this bar is famous for having like more fruit cocktail drinks than any other bar in like this area in Tokyo. It's a really hard balance with fruit, right? Sometimes it's too sour, sometimes it's too bitter, sometimes every single one is perfect.
Wow.
And he's got his cigar. Don't need a cigar. You're contaminating the
I
flavour.
like going to places where they're the best at something. Like, I feel like I'd have to try it. Yeah, the mojito seems refreshing with all... Some places don't do them well. Like he said, like some places it's too sour. But if he says that this bar always have a good balance, yo, I trust him.
まあ、日本のバーの方がちょっと手が込んでるというかちょっと繊細なかなっていうのは気がしますね。一つ一つの仕事にこう氷の使い方とかグラスをちゃんと冷やしたりとか。
Yeah, the fancy bars like break the ice with ice pick like that. Isn't that crazy?
そういうのとかちょっとずつですけどね、ちょっと日本のバーのがこう繊細かなっていう気はしますね。でせっかく果物が美味しいんで、まあもうシンプルイズベスト、シングルエクストラ。はい、もう余計なことはしないというか、一番その果物の味香り楽しめる最低限のことしかこうしないっていうのがまあなんと僕のこうフィロソフィーというか哲学カクテルですかね。
It looks
So
unctuous.
Yamata-san makes a good point. You know, Japan has such a passion for its fruit. Its fruit in Japan is quite expensive, but the quality is so much higher than I've ever remember having fruit in the UK. There's a great deal of pride that goes into the cultivation of the perfect fruit, and so having like a cocktail that features that perfect fruit is the perfect way to enjoy it, right?
そう、俺もそう。
Exactly. Cheers. We've finished this cigar, which means it's time for us to move on to the next place.
What's going to be the next place, I wonder?
Stuffed full of masterfully crafted cocktails and thanks to Natsuki, smelling like a Cuban bonfire, we decide to round off our night with a Sanjikai, our third party. And of course, if you make it this far into the night, it'd be an absolute crime not to indulge in one of Japan's
A
most
Senjikai.
popular pastimes, karaoke. Until now, I've never actually filmed inside a karaoke shop. Typically, it's not so easy to get in with a camera. But given this episode is sponsored by Big Echo, Japan's largest karaoke chain, tonight we've got ourselves an all-access pass. Karaoke literally means empty orchestra, and since their widespread adoption in the 1970s, initially kicking off in the city of Kobe, they went from being simple bar entertainment to having massive sprawling buildings found on every street corner.
So karaoke can be rather confusing, but fortunately Big Echo do have a booklet where you can pretty much point at the things you want in English, right? So here, for example, Natsuki and I are going to do the sing and drink plan, where you get to sing and drink. Because
Yeah, we're gonna take that plan too if we go there.
Natsuki loves his drink, as we've seen. You basically get
Is there just the drink plan and no sing?
a reservation
No
form where
sing,
you write
drink
your
plan?
age, how long you want to sing for, and your name. In which case, this person's John Smith, of course, naturally, because all British people are called John Smith, aren't they? But it's as simple as that. So don't be deterred if you don't know Japanese. Big Echo have you covered.
It's your very own private bubble away from the world, and in our case, a very swanky bubble indeed, as we find ourselves tucked away on the luxury floor. Naturally nothing but the very best for Natsuki.
Luxury room. Check this out.
Nice. Wow, rich moon.
Rich man indeed. It's like the Godfather's penthouse suite. The most drunken rendition of the Godfather theme ever. Look at that view though, Natsuki. My
Oh,
God.
nice Ginza.
Ginza Tokyo skyline, and we've got two huge projectors
Oh.
here. Usually you get like just one TV, right? This is like the whole wall. So when you come to karaoke, you get the grand menu. So big, so thick, it puts the Old Testament to shame. Alas, we get Nomi Hodai once again.
Oh, very rare. Gin.
And I think I've had a bit too much to drink. I'm going to have a soft drink. I'm going to go
Come
for...
on, Riku.
Don't tempt me, Mr. Che Guevara cigar man. Yuzu flavoured Pepsi Cola. What do you want to eat? The book is ridiculous. Like, that's my favourite thing about karaoke. It's often the last stop of your whole trip, right? You know, you're a bit tired. You order some food. You order more food. You order more drinks. You can't resist.
That's the food.
Last food. And we're going to go out with a bang. I'm going to get the yonshurui potato. 4 types of potato.
Oh, nice.
What do you want?
俺ラーメン食いたいな。
Ramen?
もう
Don't-
最後はラーメン食いたい。
Yeah, well, you don't normally have ramen though at like karaoke. It's not something that...
ない
Okay.
かもしれない
They
Wait
do
a minute.
have ramen.
あるじゃん。
There it is.
ああ、これでいい、これ。
Singing is, of course, hungry business.
Dude, they're still hungry after all this? I mean, I'd get like a little snack. Or who knows, man.
And one of the best things about coming to karaoke is you can enjoy izakaya-style food. And not content with stuffing ourselves with fresh fruit cocktails and a massive izakaya banquet, we've ordered yet more food to our
They
private
ordered
luxury
so
karaoke
much!
booth, including a very special dish for good
Wow.
old Natsuki. Russian roulette
Oh, I love takoyaki. Oh my god.
style takoyaki, one of which is filled to the brim with super spicy death sauce.
So when you finish your song, you have to eat the takoyaki.
バトル。
Exactly.
Oh, battle song.
Battle song.
It's become quite a popular dish to find at pubs and restaurants throughout Japan, and so be very bloody careful when the takoyaki comes out, ordered by friends,
Why?
because you never know what might be inside.
One important thing, karaoke can be a bit daunting because the process is a bit confusing at first, but they do handle English customers here, so don't worry about it. You'll fill out a little form in English, sort of saying your name and how long you want to be here. You get a little binder with a receipt, and you bring it up here, and then when you check out, you take it back down to the desk, and that's it. It's as simple as that. You pick how long you want to do karaoke. Maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 2.
Okay.
And then about 10 minutes before you finish, you'll get like an ominous phone call. And like, your time is almost up. You're free. And so you can either say, okay, I'm off, or you can say, can I have another half an hour? Can I have another hour? And it's a pretty simple procedure. It really is. We've been here about 20 minutes now. We've eaten like all the food in the karaoke building. But Natsuki's about to sing the first song. And it is the Dragon Ball theme tune. Chala, hey, chala. Good luck.
Fly away 体中に広がるパノラマが止められた地球が起こった爆発させる Too much volcano チャラヘッチャラ胸がバッバッバッバッSo like again!
He has so much energy.
Yeah.
And after that experience, It's time for Natsuki to eat his takoyaki and test the gods of fate, but not before he receives his score for singing. A feature
you get a
that
score?
almost all karaoke places now have. What better way to round off your evening
That's cool.
being judged by a machine for singing, like a tone-deaf camel.
難しい。ディフカスト。
じゃあどうぞ。
まだ君歌ってない。You wanna go?
とりあえず you have to try one.
俺
No, his friend is fun. I feel like he's the perfect person to bring out for these vlogs.
That's the rule.
なんで
Yeah, go on, takoyaki time.
What? What happened?
No.
Is it spicy?
That's the first one of 4.
Oh, death sauce.
Death
sauce.
Oh no.
Oh,
Who saw it?
ほんと。
Really?
マジ。ほんとです。
Thank God I no longer have to live with an impending sense of dread of not quite knowing what's in the takoyaki. And now it's time to bust out our final tip of the day. Before you head to Japan, make sure you have an ohako ready. This is your go-to song for karaoke, a song you can belt out at the end of the night to impress all your friends and co-workers.
I don't have an ohako. Oh no. Oh my god, what am I gonna sing? What am I gonna sing? Shit. I could sing the Dr. Stone intro song.
I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. If you've seen it, then you mean it, then you know you have to go.
Oh yeah, I have Doja Cat. Moo. Yeah. I'll just moo. Easy.
So furious! Yeah, maybe not that one.
The only song I really know in Japanese is Ue Muite Aru Ko, known in the West as the Sukiyaki song by Sakamoto. It was a hit song in, I think, the 1960s. I think it was the first and only Japanese song to hit #1 on the Hot Billboard 100. Before I came to Japan, I learned that this is the one song you need to learn to sort of impress your Japanese colleagues, like when you're a teacher or whatever.
I used to listen to a lot of like 1960s songs, Japanese songs. I love that like old school kind of song. They feature a few of them in Kill Bill. Kill Bill has an amazing soundtrack.
And I did learn it.
No, not back from my youth. I wasn't born in the 60s.
I did learn it off by heart in my room over many painstaking weeks and months, and I got quite good at it. And so, I will now sing it. And this is what I use to impress the locals of North Japan.
What is this video?
上を向いて歩こう涙がこぼれないように思い出す春の日一人ぼっちの夜 Yeah! Ching.
Well done, Aski. A good night out. Another great night out on the town. Love it. Love a bit of Big Echo.
And so ends our big night out in Tokyo. And hopefully, guys, you've learned at least one useful thing from our 15 tips and phrases from our somewhat chaotic evening. You can find all the places we visited in the description box below, and if you think we missed out a key tip worth knowing, go ahead and share in the comments. As for us, it's time to stumble into a cab and brace ourselves for tomorrow's inevitable hangover. Oh, God. The older you get, the worse they get as well. Yeah.
That was a really good video. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, Inaka Opai. Yeah, I already forgot all of them. What was the greeting or the... Oh, whatever. We'll make Sayu do that. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And I'll see you in the next video.